I have to be a little bit more focused and a little bit more smart to get the victory. As it would seem, my rematch with people is always ends up one way. I always end up knocking them out in the rematch. Whoever I've faced more than once has been knocked out in the rematch. So I'm envisaging something similar in the second fight with Usyk.
The rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk promises to be a battle of size, skill, and strategy as two heavyweight titans look to settle their score for supremacy.
Tyson, don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone.
Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk recently sat down together to re-watch their monumental clash from May, a fight that captivated the boxing world and marked a significant moment in heavyweight history. Their long-awaited bout, which had been delayed due to Fury's injury, took place in Saudi Arabia and was a thrilling contest from start to finish. It was a match full of technical prowess, incredible footwork, and remarkable defense displayed by both men, showing why they are regarded as two of the best fighters in the world.
Were you convinced that you'd won the decision?
Я не думав про це, я просто молився і дякував Господу Богу, що я стою на своїх ногах і що все, слава Богу.
The winner by split decision from Ukraine, Oleksandr.
You knew it was tight.
I knew it was a close fight.
In hindsight, Fury admitted that his overconfidence played a role in his loss. At one point during the fight, he became too relaxed, even clowning around in the ring. This complacency left him vulnerable, and it was in the 9th round that Usyk caught him with a powerful punch, followed by a flurry of strikes. Fury found himself stumbling against the ropes, clearly shaken, and the referee stepped in to administer a count. This moment proved crucial, as it made the difference in the judges' scorecards. Despite a solid performance, Fury's lapse in focus cost him, and Usyk went on to win the fight by split decision, adding the undisputed heavyweight championship to his already impressive resume. Having previously unified the cruiserweight division, Usyk's victory made him the first fighter in recent memory to hold all the major heavyweight titles.
Both of you are just wrapped. What's it like watching this?
I'm happy.
Because you know the result.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyson?
I'm happy. Very happy.
Because it was a great fight.
Good fight. Listen, he got the decision. Fantastic. I'm a big believer in God, okay? So I believe that God has a plan for everybody, and the plan was for Usyk to win this fight. And he did, so fair play.
Oh, what a shot that is! Fury's wobbling!
That shot's a good shot, Tyson. You're having a hold on, you're reeling. What are you thinking here? Can you remember what you're thinking?
Yeah. I'm in the fight. I'm thinking, come on! I'm thinking, why am I not falling over?
Fury doesn't know where he is! He's all over the ring! Is this a sensation?
Usyk, for his part, has remained confident in his abilities, even after reviewing the footage of their first fight. When asked about Fury's punching power, Usyk dismissed it without hesitation. Even after rewatching Fury's vicious uppercut in the 6th round, Usyk was unfazed, confident that he could handle the threat. His calm demeanor suggests a fighter who is not intimidated by Fury's size or strength. Usyk, with his exceptional technical skill and elusiveness, seems poised to continue his reign as the heavyweight champion.
Damn.
Could you sense that hurt him, Tyson?
Yes.
Be careful.
Big shots.
Move, Joe.
No?
No, Phil.
Didn't hurt you in that round? Did he hurt you at all? Were you surprised by that? Did you think he would hurt you?
Nah.
Fury, however, has shown in the past that he is adaptable. His first world title win over Vladimir Klitschko in 2015 demonstrated his ability to fight intelligently and win on points. He has also proven that he can end a fight with a knockout, as seen in his dramatic stoppages of Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte. With the rematch with Usyk approaching, many are curious to see which Fury will show up. Will it be the tactician who outpoints his opponents, or the aggressive, hard-hitting version of Fury who overwhelms his opponents with sheer power?
And we'll go back another day for the rematch. So, Oleksandr, what can we expect in the rematch?
Just keep waiting.
Just keep waiting. He won't tell us. He's holding back.
Oh,
He's holding
what
his
can you
cards
expect
close to
from
his
me?
chest. What can we expect from you?
Pretty much the same from what I did before. Good boxing. Someone of my size and heaviness is not normal that I should be able to
you
box
can do that.
and move and slip. And so why would I take that away from my game?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
As the rematch looms, the boxing world is divided on how the fight will play out. Frank Warren, Fury's longtime promoter, has expressed his unwavering confidence that Tyson will rise to the occasion in the rematch. Warren has supported Fury from the very beginning of his career and believes that the Gypsy King will deliver a performance worthy of his legendary status. Fury's mental toughness and determination are qualities that have allowed him to overcome adversity in the past, and Warren is excited to see what Fury can achieve in December.
You know, we've had great fights in the Riyadh season. You know, we've had 67 boxers on the cards, 42 title fights, 14 world title fight bouts, 5 unified titles, and 2 undisputed, all in 12 months. As well as the Riyadh season events in Los Angeles and London. London was the biggest live gate in UK boxing history. And then what happened about this? We got they got His Excellency and Riyadh season got the promoters working together.
Joe Rogan, known for his insightful commentary on the sport, has also weighed in on the rematch. Rogan points out that Usyk presents a unique challenge for Fury. While Fury has dominated many of his previous opponents with his size and power, Usyk's technical skill and unorthodox style have proven difficult for him to solve. Rogan's comments reflect the heart of what makes this matchup so intriguing. Fury has yet to fully crack the puzzle that Usyk presents, and that uncertainty only heightens the excitement for the rematch.
And if you watch the Usyk fight, he was touching Usyk up in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that reach and that jab, the accuracy that he has, he was doing really well in that fight until he started to slow down a little bit, and Usyk wound up just catching him.
Yeah. He just didn't have an answer to it because he's never been exposed to that level of technique.
Well, you know what it is? He's a heavyweight, and the heavyweights were never really that good in terms of that kind of technique. It's like you need it at like middleweight and light heavyweight because everyone's super talented and technical. When you get up to the heavyweight division, it tends to be like a lower bar.
Some experts, like Spencer Brown, believe that Fury's size and strength will be key to his victory. After 10 weeks of intense training, Brown argues Fury will be bigger and stronger than ever before, giving him a decisive edge over Usyk. While Usyk's technical skills are undeniable, Brown believes that Fury's natural advantages will tip the scale in his favor.
I think Tyson Fury will come out victorious. The boxing it's just a job for Tyson. If you speak to him, it's just a job. It's like taking the bins and the bags out. It's just a job for him. But he's got 10 weeks now, 10 weeks of hard graft. He's going to be bigger, stronger, and he's going to do his best. And I think he's going to beat Oleksandr Usyk, who, let's not take anything away from him. He's some unbelievable fighter. I still believe that Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world, and I think we're going to see that on the 21st. And good luck to both teams.
However, other analysts have a different view, with some predicting that Usyk will win again, this time more decisively. Tony Bellew, a former world champion, is one such analyst who believes Usyk will continue his dominance. Bellew points to Fury's struggles against fighters who can operate on the back foot and suggests that Usyk's defensive style will make it difficult for Fury to land his usual shots. While Fury had his moments in their first encounter, Bellew is convinced that Usyk's ability to control the pace of the fight and counterpunch with precision will ultimately prove too much for Fury. For Bellew, Usyk's defensive brilliance and ring intelligence make him the favorite in the rematch.
But if I'm being totally honest, do I think he'll win? No, I think he'll lose again. And this time, I think he'll lose really, really clearly, because Usyk this time will go on the back foot. And that is the worst nightmare for for Tyson Fury, because that's one that he can't control. You've got to understand, Cougs, he pressed the whole fight. He walked the 6'9", 20-stone man down. He walked him down and bullied him. Imagine what he does when he fights to his attributes and fights to his best, because his best is fighting on the back foot. Anyone who studies and knows Usyk the way I know him, and I studied him, is you'll know that you've got to bring him to you, and that's the way to beat him. But you've got to counter him and feint, and you've got to be able to sharpshoot with him, you've got to be able to box with him, you've got to be able to offset him, but you've got to be able to continuously do all these things round after round. I couldn't, because guess what? I got tired. That was 6 rounds, 7 rounds of doing it.
Eddie Hearn has been more cautious in his predictions. While he acknowledges Usyk's status as the pound-for-pound best and recognizes his achievement in becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion, Hearn also believes that Fury should never be underestimated. Fury has consistently proved his doubters wrong throughout his career, and Hearn is not willing to count him out just yet.
Oleksandr Usyk proved himself as the pound-for-pound #1 in the sport. Just a remarkable fighter, undisputed cruiserweight world champion, undisputed heavyweight world champion. And, you know, every time I've bet against Tyson Fury, he's proved everybody wrong. So you can't rule him out in this fight. And all the respect for Oleksandr Usyk.
Hearn wants Fury to win so he can put up an all-British showdown between Fury and Anthony Joshua. However, Hearn also acknowledges that betting against Usyk knowing that he won the first match is very difficult.
And I know you want Tyson to win because there's vested interest.
I've represented Usyk for a long time. I love him, but I want Tyson to win because he's British, and I think it could set up, I mean, whatever happens is going to set up a big AJ fight, but for the World Championship would be unbelievable. I think it's very difficult to bet against Usyk when he's beaten you already.
Shane Fury, Tyson's brother, has also shared his thoughts on the rematch. Shane points out that Tyson's strategy is simple. He can either press the attack or fight on the back foot, but the key is to combine both approaches effectively. He also emphasizes the importance of Fury being in top physical and mental condition for the rematch. Only then can Tyson perform at his highest level and bring his A game to the fight.
Tyson's never been somebody who has seemed to let pressure get to him, but you feel like there's more pressure on this fight because there's more question marks around what's going to happen, how he's going to approach it.
Listen, there's not really much you can approach. You either go forward or you box backwards. If you can do a little bit of the both, it's a good start. And listen, he's just got to get fit, strong, and he'll do what he needs to do, Tyson. And that's the main thing. Send him out fit.
Adam Smith has pointed out that heavyweight boxing is always unpredictable, where a single punch can dramatically change the course of a fight. He highlights Fury's natural advantages, such as his jab, footwork, and reach, which could be crucial in neutralizing Usyk's technical prowess. Smith stresses that Fury's conditioning and ability to move effectively will be key in countering Usyk's unique style. If Fury can stay disciplined and focused, his strengths could ultimately determine the outcome of the fight.
Could Fury get a knockdown this time? Could Fury get a stoppage? Could Usyk even get a stoppage? Or, as most people think, will it go the distance? And which way will the judges feel? I think it's close. It's a close one to call. I think probably the majority will go with Usyk just because he won the first fight. But Fury has got so many advantages too. I think one thing that could come into play is Fury's legs. What is still left there with Tyson Fury? Is he as good as he once was? Can he be as good again?
Other analysts, like Antonio Tarver, emphasize the importance of the fight for Fury's career. A loss to Usyk would have serious consequences, not just in terms of the titles at stake, but for Fury's legacy in the heavyweight division. Tarver also suggests that a win for Fury could set up a trilogy between the two fighters, which would be an exciting prospect for boxing fans. However, Tarver is cautious about Fury's chances, noting that he will need to make significant adjustments to his style if he is to overcome Usyk in the rematch.
I think we have to see something different. You know what I mean? If Tyson Fury want to really, save, not saying his legacy, but save where he's at right now today, he has to win that rematch. Vitally important that he flip the table on Usyk and make sure we have a trilogy so we can truly see, you know what I mean? Maybe Tyson win back-to-back fights.
In contrast, Paul Smith, another respected voice in boxing, has speculated that Fury might retire after the rematch, particularly if the public's interest in a potential fight with Anthony Joshua fades. While Smith acknowledges that Usyk is the favorite to win, he believes Fury could still pull off an unexpected victory. This perspective highlights the uncertainty surrounding the rematch. While many view Usyk as the more skilled fighter, Fury's unpredictable nature means that the fight could go either way.
I think it could be his last fight, regardless of what he does. If he wins, he could retire in the ring and be done, because I think the AJ fight's gone. I don't think anyone will want to see that now, with all due respect to both of them, in my opinion. But I think it's Usyk's fight to lose. I think Usyk's proven he's number one in the division now, with a lot, especially that given how well Dubois done. So it's Usyk's to lose, but it's not by all means a foregone conclusion. I think Usyk is the favourite. I think Usyk would possibly do it, but wouldn't be surprised if Fury did it.
Lennox Lewis, a former undisputed heavyweight champion, has also offered his insights into what Fury must do to defeat Usyk. Lewis stresses the importance of strategy and execution, advising Fury to stay disciplined and focused throughout the fight. While Fury's size and strength are significant advantages, Lewis believes these traits will only be useful if Fury uses them intelligently against an opponent opponent as skilled as Usyk. Fury will need to exploit any weaknesses in Usyk's game, but must do so cautiously, as Usyk's technical brilliance makes him a difficult fighter to break down.
We're of course a matter of a few months away from the rematch, or the proposed rematch. What does Tyson Fury need to do in the rematch that he potentially didn't do first time around if he's going to avenge that loss?
I think he needs to take the fight a lot serious, secure his job. I like him a little heavier, whether, he feels that works for him or not. But, I would like him a little heavier and, working behind the jab.
Experts like Matt Macklin reflect on the tactical aspects of the rematch, predicting that it will be a battle of wits as much as it is a physical contest. Both Fury and Usyk are known for their boxing intelligence, and their ability to adjust based on the flow of the fight will be crucial in determining the outcome. The fight could easily be decided by small changes in strategy, whether it's Fury's ability to use his jab to create openings or Usyk's counters that neutralize Fury's power.
As much as it'll be fascinating really to see how that fight is won and lost. I think tactics will be the key in any fight, but I think in this one really will be, particularly because they're both so clever, and they'll both be analysing their performances, what they did well, what they didn't do well, what the opponent did well, and everything. And then it'll be fascinating to see who can outdo the other.
Barry McGuigan, a former world champion, has been more critical of Fury's chances in the rematch. McGuigan believes Usyk has already figured out Fury's style and will be able to neutralize his strength once again. His skepticism about Fury's ability to make the necessary improvements has fueled further discussions about whether the Brit can adjust enough to secure victory.
No, I would expect him to show loyalty to the corner. He's had that corner for quite a while, and he's been successful. Why would he change it? He's done very well as a heavyweight champion. He's been around a long time. He served the sport well. He's earned a lot of money. Will he beat Usyk? Never, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I'm just simply saying Usyk has his number. He was lucky to get through the fight. He, could have been stopped. And I don't think he's going to do any better.
Teddy Atlas, a veteran trainer and analyst, has offered some advice for Fury. Atlas suggests that Fury should focus on refining his uppercut, a punch that could be particularly effective against Usyk's elusive style. He also stresses the importance of Fury using his jab effectively to set up his other punches, especially against a fighter as quick and difficult to hit as Usyk. Fury's ability to make these adjustments will likely determine whether he can get revenge in the rematch.
Look, there's things that he maybe could have used the uppercut more because it was very effective in that 6th round. Maybe he could have used it throughout the fight a little more, maybe. Maybe there's things that he could have just added off of controlling him with the jab. I have a saying, you set the table with the jab and you eat with the right hand, right? Maybe he could have, went to the refrigerator a little more and brought out a few, to wherever the stock box is, wherever he keeps the right hand, and brought them out with the jab a little more. Maybe he could have done that because he was definitely doing well with the jab. He was setting the table.
Gareth A. Davies offered a deeper look into Tyson Fury's mindset following his first encounter with Oleksandr Usyk, particularly regarding the excuse Fury gave for being hurt in round 9. Davies explained that Fury admitted to feeling complacent in the middle rounds, especially after round 6 or 7, which led to him getting caught off guard by a powerful punch from Usyk. Fury acknowledged that he had become too relaxed, allowing Usyk to capitalize and land a decisive shot that shook him.
But those were the rounds 5, 6, 7 where Fury dominated, and that's what he was doing in those rounds, was coming forwards, hitting Usyk at range and hurting him. And if you watch the fight back, which I have a couple of times, it was a brutal war in many ways, and the optics in rounds 8 and 9 were against Fury, but it's going to be an almighty tussle again. I don't think Fury can get as comfortable as he did in the ring last time. I think he got too complacent. I spoke to him about that when I saw him last time.
Davies also highlighted the mental attitude Fury displayed post-fight, noting how Fury continued to insist he should have won despite clear evidence that Usyk had dominated. He pointed out how Fury's punch resistance seemed to have weakened, drawing comparisons to his previous battles with Deontay Wilder, and suggested that the level of opposition Fury had faced since then had not prepared him for Usyk's skill. Davies remarked that Fury Fury's tendency to downplay Usyk's superiority and offer excuses was becoming a consistent theme in his career.
First defeat in his career, obviously, earlier in the year, and the comeback fight is always massive. In that fight, he obviously cut his eye in sparring, and the fight was delayed. It was amazing to see the two men together just over a month ago in London, and I think there's absolute respect for each other after what was a war last time. And this fight is really for who is the number one of this generation.
Yeah.
And if Fury loses it, Usyk becomes the man.
Looking ahead to the rematch, Davies speculated that Fury might come out more aggressive, potentially pushing the action earlier than in their first bout. He emphasized that the final rounds would be pivotal and suggested that Fury might try to press Usyk more, especially given the complications he faced with a cut eye in their first meeting. With both fighters in better shape this time, the rematch is expected to be a more intense and strategic contest.
He does exactly what he did for the first 7 rounds in the last fight, and then he keeps it going. And if he's got the legs in him to do it, which is one of the big question marks, he can. I think he'll just pip it. I think it's going to be a very, very close fight again. They're both great generals in the ring, but he does have to get ahead in the fight and stay there. I think he's got to be more aggressive this time. He sat back last time.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I think Usyk was allowed to come forward.
Meanwhile, up-and-coming fighter Jay Opataya has expressed his belief that Fury has the necessary tools to overcome Usyk and reclaim the heavyweight crown. While Usyk has earned his place as one of the best in the sport, Opataya feels that Fury's size, strength, and versatility could give him the edge in the rematch.
Yeah, that's a good fight. You know, I'm excited for this second fight. You know, I feel like they both sort of know each other now, and I feel like Fury, he's got the tools to beat, Usyk, but he just needs to apply them.
Terrence Crawford, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, weighed in on the rematch, expressing admiration for both fighters. Crawford sees the fight as an exciting spectacle, regardless of who wins. He congratulated the future undisputed heavyweight champion, whatever the outcome, underlining the respect that both Fury and Usyk have earned through their achievements in the ring.
My prediction for the Usyk and Tyson Fury fight, both of them win. I like both of them. It's going to be a great fight. May the best man win. And to the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, congratulations.
As the rematch draws nearer, anticipation continues to build. Both Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk are extraordinary fighters, and their next bout promises to be a defining moment in the heavyweight division. Only time will tell which fighter will come out on top, but one thing is for certain, the world will be watching closely as these two champions clash once again. So what are your thoughts about this? Do you think that Tyson Fury can avenge his loss against Usyk? Do let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.